Let's take a look at finding the sample size for estimating population proportion on a HP prime graphing calculator where p hat is unknown. Now here's our formula. P hat is unknown, then we're going to use this formula. Okay, let's look at our problem. And I'm going to write down the information here. Okay, so it says we want to estimate the proportion of students who believe that the moonwalk was actually filmed in the movie studio. What size sample, that's what tells us we're looking for sample size, should be used if we want the estimate to be within 5%. So they're telling us E is 5%. And we want to put it in decimal form with 99% confidence. When they're telling you 99% confidence, they're telling you that we're going to have 99% in the middle here. And it says we do not use any prior estimates. So that means p hat is not known. Now the formula is n is equal to 0.25 times z alpha divided by 2 over e squared. Now we've got 0.25, but we need to find this z-score here. Now where that z-score comes from is this value right here. Now again, that's not a 2, that's alpha. So z alpha divided by 2. And if 99% is in the middle, that means we're going to split 1% into the tails. So that means I'll put 0.005 here, and I'll put 0.005 here. Now, this is the value we're trying to find, and I look at all the area to the left, and I have to add it up. 0.005 plus 0.99, area to left is 0.995. Now we're going to use HP prime to get this z-score. So let's see how to do that. Now I'm at my application library. If you're not there, you can press your apps to get back there. But we want to push the home. Now I'm going to have some previous results here. So I'm going to do an up arrow and clean all that out. There we go. Okay. Now we want to get our z-score, and it's based upon the area to the left, which is 0.995. So we're going to push our toolbox. Now you want the math option selected. So if you got one of these other options selected, click the math. We want to choose 5 for probability. We want to choose 7 for inverse. And then we want to choose 1 for normal. And I'll enter in the area to the left, which is 0.995, and then push enter. Now, how many decimal places do you round it to? I have no clue. Sometimes 2, sometimes 3. Answers in books are oftentimes based upon the tables. And if you're using the tables, then sometimes you'll come up with two decimal places, sometimes you'll have 3. For this problem, I'm going to take it to 2. So we'll get 2.58. And divided by E, which we said was 0.05. So let's plug this in, see what that gives us. So 0.25, and then I'll do my parentheses. And then 2.58 divided by 0.05. Right arrow wants to get out of the fraction. Right arrow one more time to get out of the parentheses. Push my x squared, and then push enter. Now we always want to round up. So no matter what your decimals is, so if you have 0.01, you still round up. So this would be 666. Now instead of putting in 2.58, we could actually put the function in here. And the function I'm talking about is this normal d underscore ICDF. Okay, so let me show that. Put in 0.25, do my parentheses. Now I choose my toolbox, choose 5 for probability, choose 7 for inverse, and choose 1 for normal. And I'll do 0.995, the area to the left. Right arrow to get it out of that parentheses. Then I do my divide. Then E, which is 0.05. And then right arrow to get out of the fraction. Right arrow one more time to get out of the parentheses. I push my x squared. And then push enter. And notice we come up with a different value. We don't come up with a bad number. We come up with this, and if I round it up, again, no matter what your decimal place is, you round up, our answer would be 664. So it's 2 different. Realize that this is rounded 2 decimal places, so this is an approximation. And there's probably some rounding here, but this takes it out so many decimal places. This is a more accurate result right here. But the one in the book will, again, be either based upon 2 decimal places or 3. Now, in this video, we took a look at how to find the sample size for population proportion where Phat's not known. And the formula we're using was this one right here. To get out of this, you can simply just press your apps to go back to here.